Be the change you wish to see in the world. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. It is not the length of life, but depth of life. The unexamined life is not worth living. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. To know oneself, one should assert oneself. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. No man is free who is not master of himself. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The mind is everything. What you think you become. The best way to predict your future is to create it. It is never too late to be what you might have been. The best revenge is massive success. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Do not wait to strike till the iron is hot, but make it hot by striking. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. It is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy. That makes happiness. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. What we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. The harder the conflict, the more glorious the triumph. Courage is grace under pressure. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Turn your wounds into wisdom. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I'm possible. The only journey is the journey within. Wisdom begins in wonder. It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. He who fears he will suffer already suffers because he fears. Now, the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. The only true failure is not to try. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. You cannot swim for new horizons until you have courage to lose sight of the shore. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. In seeking happiness for others, you find it for yourself. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams.